Hello everyone, welcome to my first Adobe Animate tutorial. So this is just going to be a basic tutorial for Adobe Animate. It's going to be the first in a series of maybe like 3 or 4. Alright, so what you're going to do when you get started, the page will look like this when you open the app, and you're going to want to hit Create New. And for the animation that we're doing today, all these settings right here should be fine. And so today we're just going to be doing like a sunset in the background of a city. Alright, so here we have like the default layout for Adobe Animate. And so for the background, because we're going to want it to be like a gradient sort of background, like not just like, you know, a solid color like this wouldn't be good. We could make it better than that. And so what you're going to do is you're going to select this. Oh yeah, by the way, you're supposed to make a rectangle around the entire frame right here. And so that can set it as the background. And then you're going to want to select it with this tool right here, selection tool. And then click this color, the fill color, and then change it to this rainbow gradient right here. And then you're going to head over to the right side and click on color. And because it's a sunset, we only really need red and yellow. And so you can just drag all these other ones out of the like the color palette. And we don't really need this red one because, you know, it's a sunset. It's not going to be like more than 3 colors, more than 2 colors, I mean. Okay, so yeah, so we got a nice gradient here, but the problem is it's the wrong direction. So what you're going to do now is click Tools, and then select the Gradient Transform tool. I have it already like preset in my main tools, and so I can just select it right here. And so once you selected that, you're going to want to go to the top right corner of the triangle, or the, the rectangle, and you're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Rotate it a little bit too much. Alright, there we go. And if you want more of one color, then you can just drag this this little circle right here down. So that looks pretty good. Alright, and now we're gonna start making the buildings, or like the silhouettes for the buildings. And so what you're gonna want to do is go to the bottom left corner and then press Add New Layer. And we want this layer to be above the gradient layer, because otherwise the buildings won't show up. Alright, so I probably time-lapsed that because that took a little bit longer than I was expecting. But anyways, so yeah, we got our silhouette of a city right here. And so now we're gonna actually animate this by adding the sun. And so we're gonna add another layer. And this one will be under the city layer but above the gradient layer. And so the sun will go behind the buildings instead of in front of them. Whichever layer is on top, that's going to be the one that's above everything else. Alright, so just add the sun right here. Seems like a good size. Alright, and let's select it so we can change the color. And I'm probably just going to do this yellow. That looks pretty nice. And I'm going to get rid of the outline because it doesn't look that good in my opinion. It looks better without it. Okay, so now to animate it, you're going to go to the bottom middle of the screen and press insert keyframe. So that added another picture right here, as you can see. And you're going to want to drag the sun down a little bit. Not too much, because this is just within one frame. And then just keep inserting keyframes and doing that until the sun is out of the screen. So now I just finished the animation. I added all the keyframes until the sun was out of the frame. And so now let's just see how it looks by pressing this play button right here. So that looks pretty good in my opinion, but I just feel like it's a little bit too plain, so I'm going to add another layer. And this one's going to be on the very top, and I'm going to add some clouds to animate. Change the color to white and get rid of the outlines. I also changed the stroke color to white because I won't have to delete the strokes. I mean the outlines every single time then if I do that. Alright, so we finished our cloud right here, and that looks pretty good in my opinion. But you know, we can't just have one. So what you're gonna want to do is to duplicate this is hold down shift and click all of the circles that you made, including the strokes. Otherwise they'll be left behind and they're just gonna be white circles at this part of the screen. Okay, so I got it all selected, so I'm going to hit Control and C and Control and V. And so this one I'll probably put like around here. And then I'll add a third one to put around here. Okay, so now I'm going to start animating these as well. So like we did with the sun, insert a keyframe. And this was the first keyframe, so you're not going to want to change anything, otherwise it'll start too early. So insert another one, and then start moving your clouds. Oh, by the way, I don't think I had this above the city layer actually, so. There we go. Oops, wait, I still had the first frame selected, so you're going to select the second frame. Start moving the clouds. Okay, so I just moved all three of the clouds out of the frame, and so now let's watch the animation with everything together. Alright, so this looks pretty good in my opinion. I think that this will be it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Thank you.